Being a great community bank means staying in step with the latest technology. With West Tennessee Bank Mobile Banking, you get banking services simply by pulling your smartphone out of your pocket. West Tennessee Bank, a division of Decatur County Bank. We think you'll like us. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I would again like to say welcome everyone here for this Chester County Commission meeting for Monday, September the 9th. And to start on the agenda, if you could, Stacy, please give the roll call.
Johnny Garner. Here. Jerry Lowe. Here. Larry Blackstock. Here. Al McKinnon. Here. Andrea Holland. Here. Jackie Butler. Here. Ann Moore. Here. Carolyn Higgins. Here. Russell Clayton. Here. Jerry Emerson. Here. Sandra Hyde. Here. Joseph Malero. Here. Barry Smith. Here. Tim Crow. Here. Diane Jordan. Here. Mike Alexander. Here. John Welch. Here. Todd Lewis. Here. 18 present.
Next, we'd like to have approval of the minutes for the July meeting.
Move to approve. Second.
We have a motion to approve, and we also have a second. Any discussion about the minutes? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Next item on the agenda is election of the chairman of the county commission. At this time, the chair invites a motion. Second. We have a nomination and a second. Any further nominations or discussion?
I make a motion nomination cease for that motion.
Second. We have a motion and a second for nomination to cease and elect Barry Hutchison by acclamation. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Mr. Chairman.
Thank you all for the honor of being the chairman. Next, we'd like to elect and nominate for chairman pro tem.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Barry Smith.
I second.
We have a nomination for Barry Smith to be chairman pro tem and a second. Any other nominations?
I make a motion to nomination cease for elected by acclamation.
Second.
We have a nomination to cease and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Next on to the agenda, we have the approval of the standing committees. I'd like, at this time, in your packets, I give you a copy of all the committees that is due at this time. I would like to just keep the committees as they are. I'd like a motion and a second on
I make a motion to approve the
Second.
Sir.
I'd like to point out we're not following the rules that we.
Yes, sir.
I'll raise my hand first.
Yes, sir. As a reminder, that would be good if we would like to raise our hand and show that you be recognized for your motion and your second, and after the motion, state your names. That way we get it correct in our minutes. So we'll start over. We have approval for standing committees. All right, we do have a motion and a second, even though you did raise your hand. Any discussion on that? Yes, sir, Mr. Henderson. Mr. Clayton.
Russell Clayton, you look at the top, it's got the date of 2018 September. I know you're going to keep the same one, but should that not have a 2019?
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Yes, this will be the committees for this year. Any other comments? We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Now we have the approval of the budget amendments. Do we have any, starting with the school? Yes, ma'am.
Troy couldn't be here tonight, he's out of town, but I did mail out the budget amendments last week. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, sir, Mr. Al.
Mr. McKinnon, I make a motion to approve budget amendment.
Commissioner Andrea.
Second, Andrea Holland.
We have a motion and a second on the amendments. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, do we have any amendments on the highway department? On to the trustee department.
No, sir.
Now for the county general. Thank you. The solid waste? The library? No, ma'am. All right, well, thank you. Next on the agenda is the ordinance for the broadband ready community. What this is, it is an ordinance saying that our county is broadband ready, and this will be for the Tennessee Economic and Community Development, and we need to get a make a motion and second, and this is saying that we are ready and wanting broadband in our county, and it doesn't mean that we'll get it fast, I'm saying, but it is another step to let them recognize that we are ready and we're wanting it in our county, in the county. So we would like to have a motion and pass this. Sir.
Emily wanted me to remind everybody, like you did, it does not mean that we magically get broadband. It means that we're ready to accept, we promote investment in the private sector, and we hope to get it. And we'll treat each one fairly and equally, and apply for grants and monies and anything that we can do to make broadband happen.
I'll
Yes,
make a
sir.
motion to accept this.
Thank you, Al. Do we have a second? All right, thank you, Ms. Andrea. We have a motion and a second to approve the broadband ready communities ordinance. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Maybe this will be one step closer. We'd really like to get internet in our counties. Next, we need a motion. This is for the resolution authorizing the county mayor to issue capital outlay notes, and the next two is going to be together. And then it's also to approve refunding resolutions. If you would, Miss Judy Bernard, if you'd like to take the floor and explain what this is. In your commissioner's packet, if you don't mind, there is a request explaining it, but Miss Judy can explain it, and if you have any questions, we'll be glad to help you.
Okay, we're requesting the support and approval of the issuance of the note in the amount of $1 million to be used for the construction of an ambulance building and reimbursement of expenditures previously incurred. Tennessee Bond Municipal Fund will do the note for the county at a fixed rate of 2.83%. Although we know how important it is to keep and maintain a respectable fund balance, this allows the county to continue operations and be able to meet emergency needs or capital projects which may arise at any time. An example is the heating air reconstruction in the public safety building of $166,712. Also, in the near future, the courthouse must have new roofing. Heating and air units are constantly being replaced with costs of $5,000 to $7,000 per unit. Parking areas are in bad need of repairs. Upkeep and maintenance of county property is a necessary expense to save being at greater cost amount in the future. Currently, of the $1,146,880 from the sale of the nursing home facility, $166,712 was expended for upgrading the heating air unit in the public safety building. $67,304 architect's fee. The lead contractors $25,500 and still committed to the lead contractor $861,500 plus any change orders required for the ambulance building, leaving an available balance of $25,863. The county has committed to take care of the landscaping, which will probably require the balance. I think we had some landscaping and paving. Is that correct? Not included in the ambulance building bid was the preparation of the drainage ditch beside the ambulance building and necessary steps to provide extra parking for the criminal justice complex. The ambulance building required much of the parking used by them. No funds are available to do this if all are depleted on the ambulance building. It will take all of the capital outlay funds to complete the ambulance building, if not more. We have revenue available to meet our debt obligation for the $1 million note issue. The county will still have the security and availability of funds to take care of any emergency conditions or maintenance issues and necessary capital outlay projects should they arise. Also, should the county commission want to commit funds to any capital project purpose, it would be there to do so. Questions?
Commissioner Clayton, at this time, I know you don't know an accurate figure, but you probably know a rough figure in the investment for air and heat. How much is it saving a month for utility costs?
I haven't had a chance to run that, but I'm sure it's already been, yes.
I know it works good.
It's very important to us to maintain everything so that it works properly, and we need a message to do that with.
Thank you.
We're gonna do those two in one motion. Is that what you said?
Yes. Yes, sir, Mr. Commissioner Jackie.
I understand you correctly say you wanted to borrow $1 million.
Issue notes, yes, sir.
On the capital outlay, yes. That's where the money was put from the sale of the nursing home, on the capital outlay project.
And the price on the ambulance building, the bid was $887,000. And the rest,
Architect's fees was $67,304 that had to be added to that.
how much
$67,304,
added to that bid?
yes. That was bid for the building only, no architect's fees or anything was included, just the building. So you're basically at $940,000 to $50,000 there. You've already spent $169,000 out of it, so it's going to take every dime of the money that's in the bank to pay for the building.
Will we be able to keep, will we be able to keep our wheel tax kicker and
Yes, we would use the revenue from the wheel tax is created for the residents of Chester County for the ambulance service. It will be moved over into the debt service fund and the loan will be repaid that way.
All right, Sheriff.
I'd just like to say that when that corner lot was bought, and some of y'all remember that, it was discussed for the longest before we could ever get it priced. And it was told to that point that y'all were going to get the ambulance building was going to wherever it's at, I was losing all my parking. And that corner lot would be piped, and it would make a continuous parking lot for us. Well, we're in a bind now, but we got Grand Street coming up October, and they'll be parked from the bypass there, you go right, on there, you go right, both called in 400 jurors. So I don't know where the money's supposed to come from, but I know that we've been told, Mr. King come out there and fix it, up to that ditch. And we got a little bit more, but there's a lot more to be used. I don't know where the money was coming from, but that's been told ever since this conversation started about that corner lot. And we're gonna have to have parking. We're gonna have to call in deputies now to break traffic for this graduate session. I understand there's nothing we can do about that, but in the future, something's gonna be done for this parking. We behind, it's full out there tonight. And I think we called in somewhere around 400 jurors this time. We got to have some parking.
Commissioner Tim Crow.
This was something that was discussed during budget time by the budget committee. We took no action on it because it was something that the mayor wanted to look at later on once we got into how deep the ambulance building was going to cost. At the time, we were still in the bid process and didn't know exactly the architect's piece was going to be. I know there's been discussion in the past about using the money and then repaying ourselves back. I was for that all along, but now there's some legalities that come about. I don't know if we can do that. Basically, what this would be doing is if you decide to borrow the money, is it would be leaving us a nest egg for emergencies. If we deplete the money, which we have the option to do as a committee, if we use this money and don't borrow the money, then we basically have no nest egg. So it's just basically, do you want to pay it back a little long or worry about something down the road if an emergency comes up? It's two viable options, but it's something that we need to give consideration to how we want to do this money.
We all,
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Carolyn.
if we don't do this and take the money.
Can you hand her a microphone?
If we don't do this, and, you know, it's a loan, it could possibly be a tax increase if we don't.
Yes, it almost certainly will.
I mean, we need a roof on the courthouse now, and that's, Ralph, you gave me an estimate of what, something about 70 to 80,000, I think Ralph's the courtroom.
Depending on who bid on it.
That's too much, it's leaking,
I'd like to ask for a motion and a second on this project.
I've got a question.
Yes, sir. Question.
Has the ambulance building come up with some trouble to go back and have to do some stuff different from what it was originally supposed to be done?
We're going to discuss that here in just a few minutes.
They've got one change order with some, so we're voting on this right now, we're voting to do the way.
Okay. Mr. Joe, we've had an ambulance committee meeting. If you would, I know this is out of order, but this pertains to it. Do you mind standing up and giving the report?
We met last week via conference call with, as you read here, JT and Mr. Eric on LEAP. And the only thing that ran into thus far is some extra digging they had to do with some poor soil that they had to dig further down. So we're looking at whatever change order that may be. Not sure of the cost yet, but they had an old foundation that they actually had to cut up, break up as well. But other than that, there was probably about a week deeper than a week later than what they had originally scheduled, so they were ready to March.
Well, that's not necessarily the contractor's fault. I don't see how you can hold that against them.
No, they got into, from a past building that was there, they got into some old footings and some sewer that possibly wasn't capped off in the past, and old gas lines and stuff, and they had to jackhammer them footings and get them out. And when they did that, they had to dig deeper to be sure that it's on good soil.
They had to retest it.
And
But they got it deep enough.
the fire marshal and the soil person to soil test the ground was right there with them, and it got approved. The fire marshal stayed right there until he agreed with everything, and the code guy, when they dug it, they said this is good and it'll hold up now. So they were satisfied with it when they left. Yes, sir, Mr. Al.
Did they take soil samples before they started?
They did take 2 samples and then moved it over, but That's all they took. That when they moved the building over, they moved it over possibly about 20 feet, but they never did any more. But this building was within, they would have hit it even in the 20 foot. It would have still been hit. The old building footing and foundation that was there. Yes, sir, Mr. Jackson.
Wasn't that approved by TLM when they said that lot was?
The soil testing was, they hired a company to do it. I haven't got their bill, but we did get a bill and we paid TLM for doing it. Yes. Yes, sir, Mr. Larry.
I was under the impression that we voted on this before, put that money back in that nursing home to eliminate the rate we've been buying animals and paying animal service. Now to say you're doing away with the thing, so you're not actually going to pay it back, so you're just going to deplete it.
Ms. Judy,
We don't have, we have to have a loan to pay it back to.
You borrowed $1 million from that building, is that that's not an account, not considered a loan?
That wasn't treated like a loan. It has to be approved. Y'all did not specify to do a loan against what was in the CD.
yes, sir, Mr. Commissioner
What do you do about the
Garner.
vote that we had already taken on that? What can you do about, we've already voted on it, to do it that way? So what do we do about that?
This body, when we're in session, has the authority to change it.
That was done previously. I didn't know that was done.
There's been a lot of things happen since that was voted on.
We done it in county court. Okay.
Any more discussion on this? Yes, sir, Mr.
All I want to know is, why should we pay more? It wasn't the contractor's fault, it's not our fault. It looked to me like it was the architect's fault, that did make up the difference on it.
We haven't been billed on any of this yet, and when we do get billed, I will mention that, because I have the bill where we paid for the testing, and for the testing was done in the springtime. I have the bill. So we haven't been charged for it yet, so I wasn't gonna ask for nothing, because we might not get one, I'm hoping. Any more discussion? Commissioner Crowe?
Yeah, I see Commissioner Garner's point, but to take that completely out of the factory, you still got $887,000 bill you got to pay for. You got $67,000 architect fees you got to pay for. You got $25,000 more fees you got to pay for, plus any other unknowns that come up with landscape stuff. You're still going to be having $1 million plus.
Well, they've done.
You don't have to pay that. I agree with you, but you're still
We're done.
regardless.
We're done over the footing and all they're coming up with. There shouldn't be any other unknown that I know of, unless we have a storm or something that comes through, but hopefully our insurance will take care of that. So, Commissioner Russell.
I wasn't on the committee, but I was in our meeting, and when this first started out, we didn't know it was $750,000, was that not right?
That's the, yes.
And now, I know there's some other factors involved in this, but look how much more. Even the $861,000 is over $100,000 more. So, I don't know, there's a big difference there. It might be a thing we do about it, but it really was jumped up.
Considering the time period, the difference between the time period and the cost of stuff, that being our lowest cost bid, which the others, even the next nearest one to him was 100,000 more. And all the way up to 700,000 more. So, yes, sir, Mr. Jackie.
My understanding is that West Tennessee Healthcare is to give us $200,000, is that right?
At the completion,
I thought it was 100,000.
100,000.
But they're gonna buy the ambulances for another 100 and something, which
Yes.
makes the 200.
If they do that, the bid now, the proposal that they, is like a year and a half old now, so they're,
Well, I'm sure their word's good. Should be.
Hopefully, they're still using
So that's
them
another
ambulances.
200,000 right there that we're getting towards this building.
we pay it on the line.
That's-
There's no prepayment penalties in that, we can pay it on the line.
Commissioner McKenna.
What seems to be the holdup? I mean, we've been talking this thing for over a year now. Seems like one off the clock. Do we have a completion date?
Yes, and as far as I know, they're still on the completion date. They have a possibility of maybe being 7 days because it was held up back in July, just a little bit, and then the fire marshal held it up a few days, and then this soil held it up a few days.
So what does that mean? Completion date? Completion date?
7 days after the day,
March 27th.
March the 27th. Thank you.
Okay. You already have a company that is not done by then?
Yes, that's in the contract. They will be penalized for every day unless it's told about and uncircumstantial that was to happen. They know that.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? I know this is an important matter. It's the only reason I want to be sure that everyone understands everything. But I would like to have a motion and a second for this. Because this is important.
I'll make the motion.
Commissioner Kim Crow makes a motion and Ms. Carolyn Higgins seconds it. Would y'all feel comfortable having a roll call or would y'all consider? Roll call.
Johnny Garner.
No.
Jerry Love.
No.
Larry Blackstock.
No.
Al McKinnon.
Yes.
Andrea Holland.
Yes.
Jackie Butler.
No.
Ann Moore.
Yes.
Carolyn Higgins.
Yes.
Russell Clayton.
Yes.
Jerry Emerson.
Yes.
Sandra Hires.
Yes.
Joseph Malero.
Yes.
Barry Smith.
Yes.
Tim Crow.
Yes.
Diane Jordan.
Yes.
Mike Alexander.
Yes.
John Welch. Todd Lewis.
Yes.
14-4, motion carried.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, we have the update on the county facilities, which we have already been given the update on the ambulance building. I would like to start and tell about the updates on, some of these has already been expressed, but I think I need to go on with it because we'll see what importance what we just passed will mean. The Criminal Justice Center. Things we're still working on is the screen for the solution for the sewage getting into the city's pump station where it won't burn up the city's pump motors. The cooler doors have been fixed and they're working on the condensation unit now for the cooler. The front exit door of the Sally Port, the state come in and the sheriff could explain it better, but they give us a time that the door needed to be fixed or we would be penalized. You want to elaborate on that anymore?
Well, the door was messed up from the day we moved in, and it was on the punch list when we moved in, and we couldn't open it. And I think it was in March when they inspected our jail. This time it's been 9 years, they told us we had to fix it, and they didn't care what it cost. But Ralph, I believe, talked to Lashley Rich, and Mr. Greer Lashley, the owner, agreed to fix it for nothing. So Pat English, one of the people that was over this construction, he's been down there and measured it. And I think it's gonna be any day, right?
Yeah, should have.
Be put in. So they're Lashley Rich is putting it in at no cost to the county.
And that is good, even though it took them a while to hopefully fix it, they're going to fix it. now. For the TCAP building, we've installed exterior doors for the plumbing and electrical department. But in the future, we're going to have to replace the water heater real soon there. In the public safety building, we've done away with the old boiler system and installed a new central units. The concrete slab on the west side of the building, we have had rails made by the welding class of TCAT, which all we did was furnish them the metals, and they didn't charge us anything to make them. If anyone sees them, tell them we appreciate that. And we're going to try to have them installed by before the barbecue festival. Also, we have shelving ordered for the basement of the jail. There's a lot of area down there in the jail cell area that is not being used to its full usage, and we're putting storage racks in there to give more storage for a lot of offices need more storage space, and that right there will free up and give us some more storage space. At the health department, we purchased a storage building down there that they set beside the building that they needed bad, and they sure have said that how they appreciated that. But for the future there at the health department, if anyone's been there, we're going to have to fix that parking lot very soon. At the library, which we will hear from her later, the new director, we've sealed the parking lot there and put in new flooring in most of the building inside. The house next door to the public safety building, which we was renting it out to a renter, they moved out in May. There's quite a bit of stuff in that house that needs repairing, and we've had Ralph, you might have noticed a dumpster out in front there, and we're going to be tearing out and fixing that inside. And before we get an estimate of what needs to be done, we're trying to get out what we know is bad. But eventually we plan to have the juvenile department in that location. And also, while we're going to be remodeling the inside, also we've talked with TCAT, and their plumbing and electrical class is going, as a project, they're going to plumb and wire it for us for no cost. That is labor-wise, we'll furnish all the materials. On the fire stations, we have a roof to put on the Massville Fire Station, which we've got a contractor, and Mr. Vest has worked out a good deal with the contractor there. And also at the courthouse, we have installed new flooring in the county clerk's office. We replaced commodes in the women's restroom. But for future needs, we have a roof leak, and we're going to have to fix the roof. And also the carpet inside is in bad shape. We need to replace the carpet inside the building. And the front needs cleaning and repainting. And that would help the looks of the courthouse a lot. The Senior Citizen Center, we have a landscaping project, which they have all sorts of flyers, and they say they have the biggest banana plantation in Chester County. They have pathways and gliders and swings and rocking chairs, and they want everyone to come see this if you can, because the county has been out no money for this. Donations have been given, and the senior citizens has raised the money and done a lot of work themselves, but they had a little help with inmates. The Chester County Solid Waste and Recycling area, we started up the new equipment. for the starting, that was one that we had the $1 million grant for. We started this facility and for the sorting of the recyclables. And also we're in the process of having a TDOT training facility there in the front of the recycling. Our recycling is the hub. I don't know if anyone knows, Chester County is the hub for the surrounding area. And we have other cities and other counties bringing their recyclables to us because to keep out of the landfill where they won't have to pay to get it hauled off, we take it, but we try to recycle it and sort it where we can use the money from it, hopefully. But right now, we're servicing the city of Henderson, the city of Collierville, city of Lexington, Henderson County, Hardin County, and McNairy County. We're getting all their recyclables, and we're working on a couple of other cities, but right now, that's all that our recycling can manage right now. But like Mr. Danny Bernard says, the volume is where we should be able going, and hopefully when we get the sorting of the recyclings down, we'll be able to handle more and do better at that. So that is some of the buildings and some of the things that this, what we just passed, might use some of it where we won't completely run out of funds. That's just telling you some of the things that's needing done for the future. So that being the update for the county facilities. Next we have on the agenda the Red Sand Project. And this is Miss Heather Griffin, and she has some students that would like to give us a presentation.
I think everybody would be happy to know we're not asking for any money. So let me just say that right off the bat. I'm actually not going to talk that much. This is one of their projects. Most of you know me, my name's Heather Griffin, and I am one of the sponsors of the Student Health Council. Amy Eads also. There are over 20 kids on this council at the high school, and this is a group of them that decided this is a project they took on, and they're here to talk to you about it because you represent all of Chester County. So I'm going to turn it right over.
I would, if you don't mind, if you would come up to the microphone. I'm sorry about that, but a lot of people, they say in the back, can't hear, so that would be good if you could.
So I think we're going to start with some introductions. So I'm Riley Haltom, and I'm a junior.
I'm Arlen Knott, and I'm a junior.
I'm Stuart Brown, and I'm a freshman. I'm Solomon Smith, and I'm a junior.
I'm Maddie Price, and I'm a senior. I'm Corley Joyner, and I'm a freshman. I'm Asia Stovall, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Kel Upperson, and I'm a junior.
So I'll start it off for us. So what we are is the Student Health Council. And the Student Health Council, our main goal is to educate the community and the student body about making healthy decisions falling within our 5 areas of core fitness. These are physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual health. So what we're going to talk to you today about is the Red Sand Initiative, which is basically going to be focusing on human trafficking and raising awareness for human trafficking here in Chester County.
Some of us went to a camp this summer, and one of the things we decided to bring back was the true effects on human trafficking.
Human trafficking doesn't just happen in the big cities. It's a threat right here in Chester County. It's often misunderstood as being a threat only to young girls. Yet, however, most of the victims are young men and small children. We're here today to spread awareness and ask that you take the information that we have for you and send it back to your communities. We want all of you to know that we need to deal with this problem and also the terrible consequences of letting youth make decisions that cause them to crave the attention of others.
So
So basically the red sand is to represent the people that we've missed and the people that have fallen through the cracks.
We've printed out some information and would like you to take time and look into the facts and especially tips for parents. Simple points like talking to your family, eating together, and monitoring social media can make a big difference.
We would like everyone to be aware that we are planning to host a community gathering that will give people in the community information on online safety tips and tips on human trafficking.
We really appreciate your time and attention. It's not easy being a student and telling grown-ups what they should do. However, that's what our group's about. Our job is to give y'all a peek into what our world is like.
And I feel like I should mention, if you noticed coming in today, out there in front of the doors, there is some red sand in the cracks out there. So. And then we had this on the door, right beside where you walked in. So if y'all want to pass that around, take a look at that. It is on the door right when you walk in, and the point is, you see that red crack, you look up, you see that sign, it's to draw attention to that, make sure people are realizing that this is a real threat and that it is happening here in Chester County.
We'd like to appreciate y'all coming and telling us about this project, but I want to be sure that everyone understands what they're saying and what it is about. And if anyone has any questions about this, now would be a good time to ask them. But they're wanting to know about the awareness of human trafficking, and they want to let everyone know that it is happening even in Tennessee here. We're losing people, and even in Chester County, yes. We're losing people, and young ladies and men are coming up missing, and they don't know where they've gone. And they're just, you'll see signs up of a missing child. You'll get an Amber Alert on your phone. There's all kinds of things that you need to aware, and this is what they're wanting us to keep in mind. And I thank y'all for your presentation.
Y'all done a good job.
Thank you.
I've got a teenage son. It's easy for me to talk. It's not very much. Y'all come into a room tonight with a strange group of people, with a bunch of men and women sitting up here that you've seen us tonight interact. We have difference of opinions, but we all got what we feel is our best, how we feel the county should be run better. Y'all have done a very important thing tonight, standing in front of a group of people that you don't know. And speak out on something you feel strong. I'm gonna give you some parental advice as a parent. Stand fast, stand strong on your values, and never back down. I commend you.
Next on the agenda, we have the Chester County Library update, which I would like to introduce our new director, Ms. Savannah Gilbert.
I'm going to pass this out as I've gotten started. I would like for people to come here with this. I'll probably do that next time.
Savannah Gilbert. I have taken over for Miss Nancy Canada. Just to give you a little background about me so that you know who I am, I have worked at the Chester County Library in the past, both in high school and in college. Currently, I'm going through my master's program to get my degree in information science. I will be done next December. That's a little bit about me. And I want to make sure that the county and the library has a great relationship. So if at any time you have any questions, concerns, please do let me know. That way I can try to address those with you. This is just a little bit of information I've put together on some upcoming events that we have. I would like to invite all of you to come to one or any of them if you would like to. The first one is our Brown Bag Book Club that is coming up this Wednesday. We will be reading the book Still Alice. This last month, I believe we had 8 in attendance of our book club. I'm hoping that we can get those numbers to grow a bit. But if any of you would ever like to join, please let me know. Also, Thursday, September the 19th, we're going to be having an event that I don't think our library has ever had before. It is a national event, Library Card Sign-Up Month. But we will be doing this on the 19th to encourage the children in our county and our city to come to the library, get involved in the library, and get involved in books. We're doing a fun Toy Story 4 theme, and so far it's been pretty well received around the schools, so I hope that maybe some of you can join us for that. Also, we will be having a reception for Miss Nancy on the 26th. It'll be from 4 to 6, come and go event, just to kind of wish her well in her retirement. And also just reminding you that we have story time every Tuesday. So if you've got grandkids, kids, send them on over. We love to have them. And Band Book Week will be coming up, and we will have a display at the library. Wanted to let you know just a few changes that are coming. I am the first change. I am new here. We have recently added emailing as an option for patrons to get some notifications as well as the receipts. It's been well received so far. It's a little thing, but it's something that's been a big convenience for a lot of people. Also, we have implemented patron book reviews. In just a matter of a week, we've gotten 3 of those back, so you will be seeing those on our Facebook page soon. And we also have a library survey. And the purpose of this survey is for me coming in new to kind of see what our community wants and what they need. Even if you don't use the library currently, I would love to hear from you so that I know what would bring you to the library. We have paper copies in the library, and they're also available on our Facebook page that you can take them there. The last little thing is we are kind of trying to revamp our juvenile section right now. We recently got a new bookshelf that we plan to display graphic novels on, and also getting some new seating that we'll be inviting to the kids and just encourage them to come to the library and hang out there. On the back side, I have put our statistics for July and August. I believe Nancy went over some July statistics with y'all, but the month wasn't complete. So this kind of shows you our checkout history for the month of July. Total, we had 4,383 materials checked out. For August, we had 4,084. And I think we saw a little bit of a decrease because summer reading program was over and people are going back to school. I'm excited to see what this next month will hold for us. And then just wanted to let you know our programs, our story time in August, we had 133 kids in attendance. So I feel like over the course of the month, that was really great. Our book club, we had 8 in attendance this last time. And we have recently gotten some new groups interested in the library. Miss Carolyn Tomlin came by last month, and she held a writing workshop. We only had about a week's notice, but we still had, I believe it was 9 people show up, so we felt that that was good given just a week's notice. And then finally, we have begun to have a homeschooling group that is using our conference room twice a week. And every time they come, we have about 15 that are there. And through this, we've seen an increase just the last 2 weeks of library cards at our library. So I'm hoping that that will bring even more into our library. Do y'all have any questions for me? Okay. Well, if y'all think of any,
So we work directly with you with trustee's office, and you are doing a superb job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And like I said, if y'all have any questions, any ideas, please let me know. I'm willing to hear them. I want to make sure that the library meets the needs of the whole community. So thank y'all for letting me take your time tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Lynn. Next on the agenda, we have any other business to come before the county, and we have quite a bit more stuff. First, in your package, you'll see that we have to approve a resolution accepting the USDA Rural Development Facilities Grant. Also included in this packet is a certification for the school. If y'all have any questions, I think I might could answer it. I was in a couple of meetings with the superintendent, but if not, I'm glad Miss Stacy King's here that she will be able to answer it for us if y'all have any questions. But this is for a resolution for the school. Yes, Commissioner. We have a motion by Al McKinnon. We have a second from Tim Crow. Mr. Russell, do you?
No, I was going to second it.
Okay.
I have something.
Yes, sir.
What's the motion?
We have a motion to pass the resolution for accepting the USDA Rural Development Community Facility Grant. Miss Stacy, would you like to say anything about this?
Only if anybody has any questions. We've already done our matching part with computers that we've already purchased. So this is just revenue that we'll receive. And it'll be dollars that'll be spent at Jacks Creek to put smart boards in their classrooms. That's the school that qualified for the grant.
Yes, thank you. The rural development, the only school that qualified for this extra part was the Jacks Creek, because it was the only rural school. And they got an additional amount for the grant. And it'll all be spent at Jacks Creek.
How much is it?
It's close to $20,000. Right at $20,000.
Okay. Thank you. So we have a motion and a second to pass the resolution accepting the USDA Rural Development Community Facilities Grant. Any more discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Next on the agenda, we have a person here that would like to ask the commission for something. If Mr. Glenn Jones could approach, and if you would, hand him this.
My name is Glenn Jones. Most of you probably know me, Jackie and Albert. We hold a St. Jude race every year at Denver Speedway. It's a little go-kart track right there at Mifflin. In 2017, we raised $11,770 for St. Jude. All the proceeds goes to St. Jude. And last year, 2018, we raised $19,500. All that went to St. Jude. I come before y'all today, hey, something for the kids to do. They come from out of state, come here to race. And all the proceeds goes to St. Jude. So we do it live down there at St. Jude to let everybody know what their money went to. But we just come today, if y'all could donate or some money, or we can help let Cherokee County be involved with it, because I like to get Cherokee County involved in it, because kids need to have something here in Cherokee County to do. So that's what we've done for 4 years, to try to bring children off the streets to help and do proceeds with St. Jude. So that's where we are today. We just want to see if y'all could donate some money for help us with that, and that goes to St. Jude for that.
Thank you, Mr. Glenn. Would anybody have a song that we'd like to mention? Anybody don't?
This is a wonderful cause. St. Jude is, I know I personally gave to it last year, and I think any of us here that want to personally give, and that would be up to us individually, most of us would probably be willing to do it. But
get that too, $100.
I'll also wait.
I've been going to the St. Jude World Largest Coon Hunt for several years. That I've been charged the water rate some years. And they collect a lot of money down there in Decatur County to take the St. Jude. And some years it's not over $1 million, but that's been going on for, the 70s, I don't say, I don't know the exact date, but it's a wonderful organization and everything.
It is, and I can't imagine having a child there. So, but, you know, if you do have a situation, just think about going somewhere else where you don't have to be out of time.
It costs $2.6 million to run St. Jude a day, one day. So that's the reason why we did it for one of the greatest causes I know. That and Shriners Hospital, we ain't got that far yet, but we, hopefully in the future, we will be doing that, so.
We'll hopefully do some bringing.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. We'll see y'all in a little while.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Glenn. Next on the agenda, or not on the agenda, being other business, you have a drawing in front of you, which we're hopefully having it made, whether with the city is donating half and the county is paying the other half, which is $800 a piece for this monument to be put on the courthouse lawn. All the commissioners see it, but I know the people out there doesn't. But it is a monument dedicating to the heroes that gave their lives serving Chester County, that got killed or lost their lives while they was working for Chester County. The first being the Assistant Chief Casey Rowland. The second one was Joe Utley with the Highway Department. The third one was Isaac Plump with the Highway Department. And the last one was Captain Dennis Cagle. And this monument, I hope we don't ever have to add to it, but we got it to where we're going to, if something was to, another person lose their life while they're on the job, I'm glad to say they will be added on this monument. But this being I've already had some people said that they would donate if we didn't do it, but I think as far as the county, we should fund the half of it. Yes, sir, Mr. Jerry.
I'll make a motion to do it.
All right, we have a motion to pay the $800 for the, and we have a second. Do we need to have a roll call for this? Roll call for this $800 for this month.
Johnny Garner.
Yes.
Jerry Lowe.
Yes.
Larry Blackstock. Al McKinnon.
Yes.
Andrea Holland.
Yes.
Jackie Butler.
Yes.
Ann Moore.
Yes.
Carolyn Higgins.
Yes.
Russell Blake.
Yes.
Jerry Emerson.
Yes.
Sandra Hires.
Yes.
Joseph Malero.
Yes.
Barry Smith.
I would just like to say, we need to make sure that we leave enough room to add a few names to it, not just one.
Well, it's gonna have room down there and also the back.
Yes.
Tim Crow.
Yes.
Diane Jordan.
Yes.
Mike Alexander.
Yeah.
John Wells. Todd Lewis.
Yes.
18.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am, Miss Judy.
Would you also include in that, Mr. Clerk, to take that out, you want to take that out of your
Fund balance.
Yes, Miss Diane.
Before it's done, you might check the spelling on Casey Rowland. I believe it's spelled correct, so it's not.
I think you're right. I think I seen it in as Roland, and I just now see the W.
Yeah,
I didn't.
R-O-L.
I will call her in the morning. Thank you.
I do need one. Who was the second on that? That was Al and who?
Jerry Lowe, wasn't it?
Jerry Lowe.
Jerry Lowe made the motion and Al McKinnon seconded.
Okay. Thank you.
Next, In other business, we also have a brochure here that we'd like to announce for everyone, and all the commissioners hopefully can attend. We have the Miss Chester County Barbecue Festival pageant coming Sunday, September the 15th. The time of the pageant is at 5 o'clock. It's at Williams Auditorium. This is for the Miss Chester County Barbecue Festival pageant. Next, we have you'll see in your packet also, our County Commissioners Regional Meeting is September the 30th at the West Tennessee Ag Center in Jackson. We'd like everyone to attend. I RSVP for most of us, so if we can all go, that'd be great. Next on the other business, we also have Mr. Al McKinnon. He's going to discuss our fire and rural highway meeting.
Okay, the Fire and Highway Committee met September 3rd, 7 o'clock in Fire Station 1. So we picked a new fire chief to replace Chief Best, who served the county very well for the past several years. We appreciate your service. At this time, the Fire Committee would like to recommend Mr. David Harwell to take over as fire chief October 1st.
Yes, sir.
I'll make that motion. You go ahead.
I make a motion.
We have a motion, Mr. Larry Blackstock. We have a second, Mr. Johnny Garner. We have a motion and a second for the recommendation of the committee for David Harwell to be the next fire chief, replacing Mr. Jim Vest, which has done a great job, Mr. Jim Vest. All in favor say aye. I'm sorry.
I just,
Then look,
could you point out some of his qualifications for some of us that wasn't in the meeting? Could you tell us that?
David, are you here to stand up? You was about 10 minutes.
he is here. If you'd like to come in with us, that'd be great.
We had an opportunity to meet you, just like you were.
Yeah, not a problem, sir, not a problem. My name is Dave Harwell. I live in Milledgeville. I've got 20 plus years in the military as a firefighter, a rescue tech, EMT, and a chief. The last 12 years in the Tennessee Air National Guard, I was a chief over 42 people. I held that until I retired from there. I went to work for the Department of Defense, the DC Bureau, as a fire investigator and inspector stationed at Fort Campbell. I retired from that 2 years ago, and I've been a public servant since 1976. Started out in Pekin, Illinois, further on to Peoria, Illinois. Then I moved back to Tennessee. My dad was a Caterpillar rat. He left here and went to work at Caterpillar in 1950. But like I said, I've been a public servant. I started out going to school half day in high school, working the other half day, starting in the dispatch with the fire department. Now you've got your 911 centers that are all combined, you know. So it's come a long way, and it's real good. I hope to fill Mr. Best's shoes. I know it's a big learning process. I've been out of it for 2 years. Mr. Best come to me and says, I'm thinking about retiring. Well, I had light bulbs go off again. I gotta go back. I've got to get back into being a public servant. I love it, I do. 24/7, 365. I'm used to it, folks. And I'll do the very best I can. And I appreciate you having the confidence in me. A lot of you don't know me from Adam, never seen me, but I'll do the very best I can for you. Thank you very much. Anything else, Mr.
Thank you for your hard work. I just want to thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Vest, would you like to say anything? I will be taking your place, but we would like you to stay on and train and work with him for a few months. If I know you're wanting to retire, but
I can stay for the first year. Then I'm going fishing. I'll be asked.
all right, well, thank you. So we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion for accepting Mr. David Harwell as fire chief? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you. Next, I'd like to ask if anyone else has any other business to come before. Yes, sir, Mr. Clayton.
Yes, I want to thank the mayor, the community, and all the commissioners that supported the girls team for the Little League World Series. They went to the World Series, both of them did, for 2 consecutive years. And one of the girls' team lost the first 2 games, and the other one finished 3rd. But anyway, it's a great accomplishment just to get to go. So we fed them pizza, and done it in the high school cafeteria, and we brought them out on the football field, first home game. And each mayor put medallions around their neck, and we thank y'all for supporting us in that. That was part of the y'all's support is the reason we got to do that. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Russell. Yes, Mr. Tim Kirk.
Going back to what the sheriff said, I think you may have looked at that, Jerry, about the coffin and stuff down there a long time ago. Is that something that you can do? Is that something that we need to do?
We can do it. That was brought up, we're supposed to do it whenever that time gets here. Yeah, we do it.
Yeah, I knew you'd looked at it sometime back, and I didn't know if that was something that you could do, or if it didn't need
Okay.
water.
We'll be in more discussion of that real soon. All right, thank you. Is there any more business that need to come? Yes, sir.
Probably this is their September, this is consolidated. I put on this, probably every September. I should have one of them. You don't let me know, I'll need you 3 or 4 of us. That's all I've got. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Would there be any other business?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I make a motion to adjourn.
We got one more thing to go. We have to charge the district, and just to begin with, we want, if Mr. Stacy Smith would explain what charge, we had someone ask what charging the districts mean. So, we're gonna let him explain what it means.
All right, y'all, not much to it. When we charge the districts, all we're doing is approving folks that have applied for the notary stamp, so that they can notarize documents. So in Chester County, they'll all be at large. We just have 2 tonight. So when we charge the district, we're approving notaries.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Charging the notice, I know how you have a good one to it, but a lot of people make a big deal about getting something notarized. Well, why they're appointed, anybody can be authorized as a notary.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know how, to me, it ain't much to it. I mean,
Well, I know what it is. If you come to me, and get it notarized, and I have to prove that you are who you say you are, and I saw you sign it, regardless of what the document is.
Yes. That's what the notary is proving that he knows the person and he saw him sign.
You can't have a vote.
yeah, I know. I've had to get a lot of stuff notarized.
Okay?
Move to approve.
Okay, we got to, y'all want to talk about that too, huh? All right, so Leslie Dawn McHouston and Jennifer Denise Stanford. And we got a motion by Jonathan.
Second by Jerry Lowe.
I'm sorry about being so long, but we have a motion to adjourn.
We got
We have a motion for this and a second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Now we have a motion and a second to adjourn. Thank y'all. Appreciate everyone for coming.